The Patriots are getting ready to take on Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers on Sunday. I'm Mariah, Janos, joined by Evan Lazar. Evan, Bill Belichick kind of praised the Chargers this morning and talked about how impressed he actually is with this team despite their start this season. I want to start with the offense. What are you seeing there? What do you notice about them, and what kind of problem can that offense pose to the Patriots defense?
Poses a lot of problems to a lot of defenses out there. This is an offense with Justin Herbert, who really has played not like a rookie for most of the season. He's very poised, handles pressure extremely well, makes good decisions with the football. Ball comes out on time. He's accurate to all three levels of the defense. Really a very impressive young quarterback, and not a guy that I watch on tape and say, okay, you can just confuse him. You know, you can just kind of spin the dial on him, throw a bunch of different coverages at him, and just kind of confuse him mentally. So it kind of comes down to, in my opinion, locking down his weapons and playing good coverage on the back end against Keenan Allen and Mike Williams and Hunter Henry and Austin Eckler out of the backfield. So the seventh ranked pass offense by DVOA, definitely a lot of different things that you need to worry about from the Chargers' perspective offensively. I think the two things that you can take the most advantage of are probably their offensive line and pass protection, getting after Herbert in that way. And then secondly, if you can scheme out their receivers, then obviously any quarterback is going to have problems against tight coverage. But honestly, this is not one of those games against like a Sam Darnold a few years ago where you're going to make Justin Herbert see ghosts. He's not a guy that gets flustered easily by that type of pressure or exotic coverage rotations or anything like that. So you're going to have to be mano-a-mano and just kind of take out his weapons in this game.
Absolutely. Patriots Press Pass is brought to you by Manscaped. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code PressPass20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com using the code PressPass20. Take the leap and join the Manscaped movement today. Now, I want to talk about the Chargers defense. Belichick, again, praising Bosa this morning. What are your thoughts there?
I love some Joey Bosa. The whole Patriots coaching staff, Josh McDaniels yesterday, Belichick today, just saying Bosa's the best player on defense that they'll probably face all year. Love the guy. Yeah. Too bad he's just signed a huge contract extension with the Chargers and isn't going anywhere. But I think the biggest thing that you look at with this Chargers defense is that Seattle-style coverage system. They're a very heavy cover three team, and really going into this game, and we were speaking to McDaniels on Tuesday, and you could tell that he just knows this Chargers defense like the back of his hand in terms of the scheme. They've played them a couple of times already with Gus Bradley as the defensive coordinator, and not much has changed schematically. They're going to play a lot of cover three. They mix in some man coverage. They mix in some quarters coverage, but nothing the Patriots and Cam Newton will see on Sunday should surprise them. They're not going to throw a totally different game plan wrinkle at the Patriots or anything like that. That's not that type of scheme, not that type of defense. So they do what they do. They do it pretty well, but they're going to give the Patriots the same thing that they put on tape every single week. So for New England's offense, it's going to be about execution, not necessarily, figuring out what the Chargers defense is doing, because they're going to just play their brand of coverage, their brand up front. They basically play predominantly a 4-3 team, and that's pretty much all you see out of them for the most part. They do have some pass rushing fronts, but it's really kind of vanilla, and they just executed extremely well and at a high level usually. I mean, this year it's been up and down, but for the most part, that's how they get it done.
All right, we'll see what happens. For all of our Patriots coverage, head to clnsmedia.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel over at Patriots Press Pass.